Can you believe it? At the stroke of midnight, the mirror reflected two completely different scenes. On one side, a graceful mother enjoying her meal, while in the reflection, a bloodied female corpse grinned menacingly. The daughter, catching sight of the eerie image, froze in terror, her hand stopping midair with her chopsticks. She turned to her mother, eyes wide with fear. Sensing her daughter's unease, the mother glanced at the mirror but saw nothing unusual. She reassured her daughter with a few soothing words before getting up to wash the dishes. But then something even more disturbing happened. With her back to her daughter, the mother's head began to twist unnaturally, contorting into impossible angles. The daughter trembled, her breath shallow. Summoning her courage, she called out softly, "Mom?" The mother abruptly stopped, then whipped around. Her face had transformed into that of an old woman. Suddenly, the scene shifted. Lisa jolted awake on an airplane. It had all been a nightmare. The terrified daughter was none other than young Lisa, reliving a haunting memory from her past. But even if it was just a dream, Lisa couldn't shake off the fear. After all, 2 passengers on this flight had already died mysteriously. Lisa suspected it was connected to a plane crash from 20 years ago. Just as she and her seatmate, Song Ji, were speculating about who might be next, they noticed that an elderly woman had gone to the restroom and hadn't returned for a long time. Lisa knocked on the door, but there was no response. When the flight attendant finally unlocked it, the restroom was completely empty. Lisa was stunned. This was the 3rd eerie incident on the flight. The flight attendant warned her to stay quiet. They would handle it, and then walked away. Just as Lisa was calming herself and heading back to her daughter, the corpse of an old man who had died of a heart attack earlier suddenly twitched. His lifeless eyes rolled back, and then he opened them. Lisa gasped. In the blink of an eye, countless hands emerged from the darkness, clawing at her, dragging her down. No matter how she struggled, she couldn't break free. Slowly, she gave up, resisting. As her vision blurred, she saw a seat number, row 19. In the next instant, she was pulled back into a memory, a harrowing flashback to the plane crash from 20 years ago. The sinister witch was whispering in her ear, her voice chilling and cryptic. Lisa strained to understand her words. Then, with a sharp inhale, Lisa snapped back to reality. The eerie hands were gone. The dead man's body was once again lying still in its original position, undisturbed.